Good evening. My name is Joan, and this is Saturday, the 16th of November. Time is moving along fast this month. And yes, I've been gone for a few weeks. I was ill for one of those weeks, and then I had a birthday, enter a new decade, and just been trying to gather my thoughts with everything that's been going on with, changing of the guard, so to speak, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm talking about. November 5th. Trying to get the feel of things, doing some research, that kind of stuff. But tonight, I wanted to talk to you. Something very profound hit me when I was taking a shower this morning. When I take a shower, as that hot water is running on me, I meditate, I pray, and I find myself, I'm a senior living on a fixed income. And so we ask for things, you know, our wishes, hopes, and dreams. But all of a sudden, I don't know if it was a download that came to me or I can't explain it, but all of a sudden, I began to think, how selfish of me. How very selfish of me. I mean, here I am. I got a roof over my head. I'm standing in a hot shower. You look at the thumbnail picture, you look at what Hurricane Helene did, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina. I saw a video today from somebody in the mountains of North Carolina. I'll get into that in a little bit. But in the shower, I started thinking, I got a hot shower running over me. How many people don't? There's homeless people, not only with the hurricane that did all that devastation, but there's homeless people in all the large cities. They're everywhere. Our veterans. And I'm thinking, how lucky am I to have this hot shower? How dare I ask for anything more? I have a couch to sit on. I have food in my fridge. It might not be steaks, but it's food. I don't go hungry. I have a car to drive. I have family. I got a cat that pesters the hell out of me, but I love her. Why am I asking for more? I already have abundance. We have to notice these things instead of being one of those people where I want more and I want more and I want more because the next door neighbor's got it. Well, the next door neighbor isn't living on your level, whether your level is higher or lower. Who cares what the next door neighbor got? When you sit in your chair and you're enjoying a good book, does the next door neighbor give a damn? No. So why do you care about keeping up with what they're doing? We judge and we focus too much on little daily issues also. And we pick and we whine over a sliver, when what we should be looking at is where the sliver came from. And instead of looking at that, look at that whole big 2x4 that's ready to swing right at us. You see, we're making an issue over a little sliver when the whole damn board is ready to hit us. But we're nitpicking at that. Or maybe you had an argument with your spouse and you end up going to bed not talking because you're both still mad, or one of the other is still mad. So you go to bed with your backs to each other. Let's stop and take a look at that. You're mad over one argument. You go to bed not talking. Stop and think about what you have invested in that marriage, that beautiful wedding day, maybe the beautiful children that are sleeping down the hall from you. Think of the bigger picture. The little nitpicking again, and you argue. Let me ask you a very serious question. You go to bed, backs to each other, not talking. How would you feel if the next morning you woke up and your spouse didn't? How would you feel when it was something stupid? Instead of going to bed saying, honey, I'm sorry, it was silly. Give a kiss goodnight, and then sleep with your arm around each other or holding hands. Don't ever go to bed mad and not talking. Don't ever go to work after an argument without resolving it. Because you know what? You don't know if the day will come when your spouse will be able to come home to you. God forbid something happens. Don't take that chance. Life is too important. You just finished cleaning the room, the whole house, the kitchen floor, you just mopped it. Everything is clean. You feel complete. The work is done. Little Johnny wants a glass of milk. You pour the glass of milk. He goes to carry it to the table and knocks it over. Right away, you feel the anger swelling. You just washed the floor. Excuse me. You just washed that floor. Little Johnny is standing there holding the glass. That child knows he made a mistake, but you're steaming because you just cleaned the floor. And so you start yelling at him. And it's natural. I've had kids. We all do it. Without thinking, it's a natural reaction. But little Johnny already knew he made a big mistake. He didn't intend on spilling that milk. You got to take a deep breath. You got to know in your heart that it was a mistake. It wasn't done intentionally. And just yelling and screaming is not going to solve it. It's only going to belittle him when he already feels bad. Or someone at work, you go to work, somebody at work doesn't finish their task, which in turn holds up your job. So you're getting all angry and upset about this. Stop and think. Maybe, just maybe, that person couldn't concentrate that day because he came to work or she came to work with something laying heavy on her heart to where she couldn't concentrate. And maybe that's why she couldn't finish. You never know what's going on in somebody else's life. Maybe she's got a sick parent. Maybe there was a death in her family. Maybe she has a sick child or a spouse. You don't know. People aren't going to lay their whole life out in front of you. You don't know what's in their mind, what could be affecting her performance that tied you up. So turn it around. Walk up to that person and say, hey, I noticed this didn't, you didn't quite get it. Can I help you? Can we work at this together? We have to find the positive in all the negatives that happen on a daily basis. Not everything is an open book. Not everyone is an open book. You don't know what's in people's minds. You don't know what's laying heavy on their heart. You just don't know. You only know your inner self. You have no idea what causes somebody to have a bad day. So look at the bigger picture. You don't have to self-analyze every single person that walks past you or that affects your job or that is in a relationship somehow with you, whether it be professional, unprofessional. You don't know what might have happened to that person for that person not to be smiling, not to be productive. We have to turn all the resentments into joy. Am I asking a lot? Sometimes, yeah. But you know what? We have to look at life, the events that take place in life, the negative ones, and we have to look at it as, what kind of lesson could I have learned from this? I want to flip the script. Instead of looking at the ill that it caused, what could I learn from it? I want to take my day and I want you to try to take your day to find the peace and the joy and the love out of everything, because in the end, that's where your happiness is going to come from. Not yelling at Johnny for the spilt milk. Avoiding that 2x4 instead of worrying about the sliver in your hand. That would give you a better day. Or not going to bed mad at your spouse. Because I guarantee you, if you go to bed mad, you're not going to get a peaceful night's sleep. So fix it. Fix all the little issues. Because you know what? They're not really all that important. Find the positive. Find the love in your heart. Walk out of your house, coffee in hand, with a smile on your face, and find the positive side of everything. Everything has a yin and a yang. Find it. Be the equal balance in all. And there will be your peace, joy, love, and happiness. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful evening. And I want to spread the love to each and every one of you because you deserve it. And be grateful for the roof you've got over your head, for the bed that you lie in, for the couch you've got, for the TV, for the food in your fridge. Be grateful for everything you've got instead of looking for more, more, and more, because that train is never going to stop. You got to be the one to put on the brakes and say, hey, I got the necessities. I what I need. I have peace in my heart. Good. And with that, I hope you're good and that this made some kind of sense to you. You all have a wonderful evening. Spread the happiness, spread the message, like and share, and I will see you soon. Good night, everybody.